Hey sis, it's me, Sweetly. I'm super excited to pop one here for this week's, oh, you already know what time it is, Workbook Wednesday. That's right. I love Workbook Wednesday because we actually give away a ton of free stuff. Whether you are tuning in for the very first time, whether you are a very brand new follower, or if you've been sitting with me forever. Okay, I want y'all to know that you can win, and all you have to do is take some damn notes. Now, y'all know if you've tuned in with me before that the gems drop heavy on the lives. And as soon as the lives are over, they do not air on Instagram. The only way you can catch us and find us after is over on our YouTube channel, Sweet to Elite, or getting a Level Up library card. So videos like this one with quality gem drops in them might make it to YouTube, but you can guarantee that they are over in the Level Up library. So I'm going to give you a second. Grab your pen, grab your paper, grab your extra phone. Whatever you got, sis, grab it now, because we are going to drop some gems today. We are talking, since it's, coming close to that holiday season, everybody's getting a little sugar itch. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting a lital provider itch, a little hypergamy itch, right? So many of us are already kind of in a situationship, right? So we're going to talk today about sugar relationships versus situationships. Now, your situationship is what you got sitting at home, right? Your situationship is the person who you love, right? But you're not really even sure why. Maybe you guys have kids together. Maybe there's a history you've spent together, right? But if you boil down the qualities of that companion, that situationship that you have at home, when you boil down the qualities of that situationship, what does that person do for you, right? Like, why are you with that person? Whether it's a male, female, other, who cares? Why are you with that person? What do they do for you? You need to sit down and really think about that. Because before you can decide that for the holidays you want, sugar claws to come your way and slide on down your chimney, you need to make sure that you do not risk whatever it is that you have at home with your situationship, okay, for some, sugar claws. Now, I understand, ladies. I understand. I get it. The holidays are here. You're seeing all these women winning. They're getting houses, cars, clothes, candy, shoes, you name it. They're getting it. And you want a piece for yourself. I get it. But if you're in a situationship at home, you need to check that situationship before you dive into the bowl. Before you dive into discovering if sugaring is right for you, if dating different is right for you, you need to determine if your situationship holds value. And the best way to do that is to ask yourself, what has he done for me lately? Dun, 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 ooh, yeah. What has he done for you lately? I'm not talking about the stuff he has to do, right? Like, you have to keep the lights on. You have to keep food in your belly. You have to do certain things when you're a human being. You have to, right? Okay, fair enough. But what about the extra stuff? What about like the little things that person does that make a huge difference? How do they help you? How do they step into your areas of concern? What do they do for you? Can somebody explain? Can somebody explain to me what they do for you? Let me pull y'all in a little closer so y'all can hear me. Now listen here, sis. Let me just tell you a little something. Your situationship that you have at home, if you're even remotely, somewhat, slightly thinking about jumping in to the bowl or the lifestyle, dating different, pulling a man in to invest in your best interest, then maybe it's time to reconsider that situationship at home. I'm not saying you gotta, change your man. I'm saying you have to leave your man. Sis, because it's simple, right? If there's something lacking in an area at home, and the question of what have you done for me lately the answer is not a whole lot. You're pretty much forcing yourself into this situationship because of the way you feel, because of your feelings, because you allowed love to creep in. Situationship, right? The biggest difference between a situationship and a sugar relationship is that the feelings are far removed, right? They may grow, but they're far removed from the very beginning. So you're not searching for love with this person. You're searching for expectation. And if we just applied that level of hunting to our everyday dating life, hence date different, then you wouldn't have to be so much concerned with, am I a sugar baby? Am I too old for that? What is that? How is that? It doesn't matter. Apply that lifestyle mindset of hypergamy, protector, provider, and apply it to your situationship that you have at home. Otherwise, there will be no sugar clause. And when there is a sugar clause, you're going to end up leaving your boyfriend for some rich, wealthy man that walked into your life, took over every single thing that you were concerned about, and kept you content, invested in you, every opportunity he had. Yeah, sis. You're going to want to leave your man. So when ladies ask me all the time about sugaring or, protector provider kind of men, because this doesn't matter if you're from the vanilla lifestyle or the 304 world or just, I don't care if you're a Catholic Christian church girl. Doesn't matter to me. Okay? Apply the same techniques that are working for the women over in Sugarville and apply it to your situationship. Because otherwise you're going to forever be in a relationship for love. And I know you ladies heard love doesn't pay the bills. Not only does it not pay the bills, it doesn't travel. It doesn't invest. It doesn't multiply. It doesn't make money moves. It actually doesn't do a whole lot besides make you feel. What you don't realize is that feeling, love, is used in absence of what someone can do for you. So if you take the love out of your relationship, okay, if you take the fact that you love this person out, what is left? What is the substance left over? And if it's not much, then the answer is no, sis. You can't have a sugar daddy and a boyfriend because you shouldn't have that man as a boyfriend. The answer is no, sis, because you don't even know what qualities to look for in a boyfriend, let alone in a sugar daddy. You have to have expectations going into this thing. You can't just expect that you're going to be beautiful and a man's just going to throw millions of dollars at your feet. I mean, sure, it happens, but how many of us look like that anyway? You know what I mean? How many of us fit more into the average woman, right? The attractive, yet average kind of lady. Maybe you're a little curvy. Maybe you like gravy. You know what I'm saying? So you don't expect for a man to step in and just throw things at your feet, okay? But you can set expectations for what you want as qualities in that companion. So when you're talking about, sugar versus boyfriend, the qualities on both sides should absolutely be the same. Stop expecting more from a sugar daddy than you are from your own goddamn bum-ass boyfriend sitting at home. Sure, you can have both if you want to lie to both or if you want to tell the truth to both. Here's how that evolves. If you lie to both or one or the other, you lie to your sugar daddy, you'll end up losing him once he finds out that you're funding some bum-ass boyfriend. Okay? Won't last long. 2, your boyfriend, if you lie to him, he's going to know something's up because everything about you is going to change. The switch in your step, the swag in your walk, the way that you handle yourself, the way you get dressed to step outside now, and you're just supposed to be going with the girls. He's going to know. He's going to know. When you start bringing home diamonds and rings and things, he's going to know. Sis, there's no hiding it. This man knows you. He's been around you long enough to know when you switch up the tempo. So sure, you could try to be sneaky, you could try, but are you being honest? Like, that's the easiest way. The easiest way to have both worlds circulating in a perfect cycle is to just be honest. And I know a lot of you ladies aren't taught how to be honest. I know a lot of you ladies aren't aren't really taught by these mentors how to do anything other than lie. But I'm telling you that if you just stand in your truth, not only will you have a boyfriend that learns how to level up and be a protector provider, because he's only going to sit there for so long and watch his woman happy with another man. It might be cute and cool in the beginning because we're not having sex, right? That's like the infamous thing. Like, oh, we're not having sex. Okay, great. Fine, whatever. But even still, he's creeping you out every weekend. He's flying you to Aspen. You guys are in Miami 3-4 times in the last 3 months. Your man is not up for that shit. And if he is, that don't need to be your man anyway. That don't need to be your man anyway. Straight up. So ladies, what purpose does each person have in your life? What purpose does the situationship at home serve? What is the point of him being there? Can you tell me? What is the point of the situationship that you have at home? Why is he there? What is he there for? Why are you here, sir? Right? Why do I have you here? Because if you can't answer that question with anything other than feelings or sex, maybe it's time you do look for a sugar daddy. Maybe it's time. Because there's no way that you could set a higher expectation for someone that you don't expect to love, value, cherish, and be with for a length of time. Yet, the guy who you are laid up with every day, spending all your time with, giving all your energy to, girl. So, how are you going to handle those left hooks? If you're going to have both, if you're going to have a sugar relationship, and you're going to have a situationship at home, how are you going to handle both? What are you going to do when the left hooks come? What are you going to do when they both make a plan for you for, I don't know, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, your birthday? What are you going to do? If you're not being honest, how are you going to handle that situation? I mean, you have to pick and choose one or the other. And you're going to be a really bitter bitch if you have to go to dinner at Red Lobster versus that amazing Michelin 5-star rated restaurant. You know what I mean? So you have to really think about this. Like, what is my relationship bringing to me right now? And if you're single, you need to be thinking, when I meet someone, because any relationship is a relationship, regardless of whether that person is, in your life for a long time, whether it's monogamous, whether it's not, it doesn't matter. What we have is a relationship, you and I, right? If you've ever spoken to me on the phone, we have built a relationship, right? So no matter what the situationship or relationship is, you have to be looking for qualities. You have to be looking for ingredients. You have to be looking for what characteristics does this person have that indicate to me that he will be a protector, a provider, patient. Money is a byproduct of the characteristics of the kind of guy you're looking for, right? Because I've never met one single lazy rich guy. Have you? I haven't. I haven't met one unmotivated millionaire. Never. Not once. I'm sure there's a few stragglers out there, but I've never personally come across one myself. So why are you searching for money at the forefront? Why does money make everything go to the top of the list? Now you have this guy with a lot of money who's an asshole, who treats you like shit, who's in and out, who bribes you with money, who holds things over your head because of his fortune. Now you have that guy. When you could have just been searching for the characteristics of a quality guy, whether you want a long-term thing, short-term thing, boyfriend, best friend, whatever you want to call him, it doesn't matter. I'm simply saying that you need to take those qualities, stop working so hard to find a goddamn sugar daddy, and put all of that effort and energy into finding a quality situationship. Whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. But the idea of sugar daddy is far removed. The idea of sugar daddy, really nobody even understands what it is anymore. Nobody even really knows. It's such a gray area of shit from all over. Everybody that you ask will have a different opinion of what sugaring is. So how about we just do what our grandma used to do? Because your grandma was a sugar baby bitch. Yes, she was. Respectfully. Respectfully. She was a sugar baby. You know why? Because she looked for the man that was the most willing and able. She didn't go find the bummest dude on the block and be like, come get this coochie. I'm about to trap you. Put a ring on it. No, honey. She looked for the man that knew how to swing an axe. She looked for a man that knew how to hunt, fish, and build a house. Okay? Let's go way back. Let's take it way back before your grandma's grandma. Okay? Think about how those women, look, before you were able to pick your own husband, okay? Let's talk about that far back. Before you were able to pick your own partner, because husband be scaring you bitches. Husband be scaring single women. You know what I mean? Husband, oh my God, oh, right? Before you could pick your partner, I know that's right. She said my grandma didn't work a day in her life. She took care of the house and the kids, and he did everything the hell else. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, go back. Before you could pick your partner, right? Who picked your partner for you? Think about this. Let's play a little bit of history. Tap into your, ninth grade and high school, education. Remember, like, when you learned about back in the day and people were like, developing villages and whatever, like, what was the criteria for you to have a partner? You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Well, if we think about it, your parents picked, absolutely, Miss Nika, your parents selected who you were with. Typically your father selected, with mom's approval, but typically your father chose who your partner was. And how did they select your partner? How did they decide, right? How did your father decide who your partner would be? Do you know what I mean? How did they decide? How did they decide? Was it just like, shaking the dice? Was it, whose balls hung lower? Was it, what was the decision-making factors? I'll tell you. There was 3. Can you hunt, fish, and build a house? Okay? Now think about that in 2021 and what that means, right? Because we're talking way back when people were like, kind of thing, right? Hunt, fish, and build a house. If you couldn't hunt, fish, or build a house, you were not marrying our daughter. Why? Because we were protecting our generational wealth even back then. Your father was smart enough, or a dumbass, but he was smart enough to say, no. Can you hunt, fish, and build a house? Because little old Mowgli over here, even though he's ugly, Mowgli over here can hunt, fish, and build a house. He's short, I know. He's a little chubby, but he can hunt, fish, and build a house. And if I want my daughter to be married to anyone, he has to be able to have those 3 basic key ingredients. Hunt, fish, build a house. You understand? So when it came time to get married, when it came time to select your partner, if you couldn't do those things, you were the most unmarried man in the motherfucking village. You ain't never had no kitty cat. You ain't never had you're single, lonely Samuel. You know what I mean? That was it. Sasquatch was single as shit. You know what I mean? Because, if you couldn't hunt, fish, or build a house, that was it. Your parents were not their parents were not selecting you to build with that woman. Because how could you? How are you going to teach their children? Talk about generational wealth. How are you going to teach the children how to hunt, fish, and build a house? The mom doesn't do that. You do that. And if you don't know how to do that, how are you going to teach our grandchildren? How are our grandchildren going to teach their grandchildren any trades, any skills? If you can't hunt, fish, and build a house, what are we doing here? Right? I mean, realistically, think about it. Like, just think about this for a second. If back in the day, you couldn't even accept a man, you weren't even allowed to be with him, you'd have to sneak off, doing crazy stuff, maybe disowned by your parents. Because if he couldn't have those basic attributes, then he wasn't even remotely considered. He didn't qualify. Why are you women allowing your situationship at home to qualify and he doesn't hunt, fish, or build a fucking house? Why is that? Why is it that we allow our situationships to come up short and qualify to be at home up under us, to qualify, right? To get the best pieces of us, and they can't hunt, fish, or build a house. Now, let's bring that into 2021. What is that like? If you can't hunt, meaning you can't bring food home, meaning you can't make enough money to provide the things that we need in this household without me having to go out and hunt, okay? Then that's a problem. If you can't fish, right? If you can't go out and find an alternative way, if you're not, maybe you're in IT, maybe you just have an ability that doesn't have to do with, building shit and making it happen and manly stuff. Just be able to fish. Just be able to go out to the river, bring us home what we need, no matter what. No matter what, we got to eat. No matter what, we got to have clothes on our backs. If you don't hunt, we have no bear skin. If we have no bear skin, we are not warm. If we are not warm, our kids are cold. If our kids are cold, they die. Can we get some snaps, some hearts, some something? Because if we took it that seriously now in 2021, we would be in far better relationships than we're in. We would have far better situationships than we do now. But the reason why we don't is because we let them bypass. Oh, you can't fish, but you can hunt. You can build a house. Okay, fine. Oh, you can't build a house, but you can hunt and fish. Okay, fine. No. Ever since our father stopped selecting our partners, the permanent partners we would have in our lives, we started just selecting any old thing. Just anything. Like, oh, you can't what? You can't hunt, fish, or build a house? It's okay. You cute, though. You'll make good, cute babies. Ladies, that is the biggest difference between your situationship at home and the idea that you have of a sugar daddy. Is that one is capped off. He has an inability to be great. He does not want or need or desire for anything more than what he has and what he's doing. Right? He's stagnant. He's the sofa guy. Okay? Sofa guy Greg, we'll call him. Okay? Greg, the guy on the couch. Okay? Then over here, you have paid Paulie. Okay? Paulie's a little shorter than you'd like. And he's like super uber Italian. And you don't really like Italian food. But, one thing about Paulie is that he knows how to hunt, fish, and build a house. So over here, you've got this guy you're spending your time with, and you're pouring your all and everything into, and you're getting mediocrity. And then you meet Paulie, who at the drop of a dime is ready and willing, and shows you that he doesn't have to be the richest man in the room, but he is by far the most willing, and he's going to do more for you than your situationship at home ever was able to. Just because of his willingness. Because when you're Paulie, in order to be paid Paulie, you have to have characteristics of paid Paulie. You have to hunt, fish, and build a house. I bet you if you look at your situationship at home, I bet you he can't hunt, fish, and build a house. That's where we're at with it now. Our expectations are so low. We gotta stop that shit. So before you move on with determining if you want to be a sugar baby, or you want to date differently, or you want to live hypergamously, or you want, to change up your situation you have at home, or whatever, you need to seriously consider what the purpose of the next person has in your life. Either the person that you have already, or the person that is on the way. What is their purpose? Can they hunt, fish, and build a house? Because if they can't, maybe you better go ask your daddy who you should spend your days with. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably knows better than you. You can absolutely always learn to love someone. Again, love is now used as a substitute. It's used in placement of what a person can do for you. I love him. Okay, but what does he do for you? I love him. He loves me. Okay, what does love do for you? Exactly. That's why paid Paulie doesn't have to love your ass to be able to provide and do more for you than any of the many men that you've had in your life before. Purpose is an amazing thing. So before you determine, again, I'm not a sugar baby coach. I am a wealthy woman workshop. Come on, sit over here, join me, sis. I'm telling you, your 2021 will be far, far more brilliant than you ever thought it could be. I'm telling you. However, you can't come sit over here with that basic mindset. You have to know what you want. You have to know what your expectations are. You can't be expecting to go running around with some amazing man during the day and going home to some beat boyfriend at night. Now, I'm not pushing relationships on you. I'm not saying you have to be committed to anyone on either side. I'm simply saying that when you step into someone's space, make sure that they have purpose. Make sure they are bringing something, bringing value, providing for you. Make sure that before they even enter the golden gates, they can hunt, fish, and build a house. Because if they cannot, they absolutely cannot position you into the place that you need to be in order for you to make major moves in your life. Period. Because how many paychecks do you have to collect before you can be rich? So it's time to stop uncapping yourself. It's time to stop keeping yourself stagnant with these situationships you have at home. Because if he's not offering anything or if he's not doing for you, if you write down the list of things that he has done for you lately and that list is empty, sis, you're in the wrong relationship. You're in the wrong relationship. Set an example for yourself. Set an example for yourself by doing that list. What does this person do for me? If you're going and somebody's dicking you down during the day, maybe he's not your boyfriend or whatever, but you're intimate with him. Figure out what that man does for you besides blow the back out. Figure it out. Write it down. I promise you, when you get to the end of that list, you're going to realize that it has absolutely no substance. None. And if your person that you have in your life has no substance, I assure you they cannot position you anywhere. I assure you. That's why these courses that are coming up, this Sugar Safely course is not all about just, how to find some guy online to give me his money. No, sis. It is a complete and utter walkthrough of how to do this the right way. Right? How to stay smart, how to stay safe, how to get what you want, how to narrow down the bullshit and the scammers from the very beginning, how to decipher who's real and who's not from straight off top. Like, you have to be in this class. Because if you're not, I promise you're going to remain stagnant in that same situationship. So I'm here, ladies. I'm doing strategy sessions all December, 200 of them for free. So if you have never had a strategy session, sis, get over to sweet2elite.com, book your strategy session. The link is in my bio. Get yourself a weekend workshop. The link is in my bio. Go like and subscribe. Follow us on Sweet to Elite on our YouTube channel. And make sure, ladies, that every single time we go live, your notifications are set so you don't miss a single gem drop. At the end of this video, at the end of this live, you ladies are going to screenshot them notes, baby. Screenshot them notes, take a picture of them notes, and make sure you upload them into your stories. When you tag us in your stories, one lucky lady is going to be selected on tomorrow's live, okay? One lucky lady is going to be selected on tomorrow's live for a cash giveaway. You don't know how many dollars it is. Cash app giveaway. I love giving away money. I love giving away money. It's like my favorite thing to give away. I love giving away money, especially during the holidays. It's Christmas time. So if you want to earn some quick cash, upload your notes right now. Tag us in it. Make sure you do so immediately and tune in to tomorrow's live. Tomorrow is Throwback Thursday. So tune in, 3 p.m. I'll see you then. Remember, ladies, this is not just a luxury. It's a lifestyle. Ciao.